Hey guys, I don't know how long I'm going to keep doing these things, but I just, yeah, yeah. Not that I'm running out of material. I just unsure why I'm doing it. But if I'm doing it for myself, then that's fine. If I'm doing it for other people to be able to have a look and sort of work stuff out based on my stuff, it's probably a waste of time because no one's looking. But that's you know, sort of like what some of those things you just don't really want to look at because they're like a train wreck. Like, do you? Nah, that seems it's like in the old days. People didn't air their dirty laundry. People didn't talk about the feelings, and people stayed bitter for life. It was like a waste of life then, wasn't it? I just feel someone can learn something from it, and great. Um, um, but the one thing I just thought about just a minute ago, I thought I better just get this out before I forget. Um, and somehow, I guess I'm going down that little rabbit hole of narcissistic mothers creating INFJs or INFJs with narcissistic mothers because we don't really know if we're born or made. Some people are adamant that personality types are born, but the MBTI and all that sort of thing, say you're going to be 12 or 14 or depending on who before you should get typed and all that sort of stuff. Look at me using the lingo, getting typed. It's like I know what I'm talking about. So, narcissistic mother and this whole channel just somehow has gone down the rabbit hole of seemingly being about that. I probably want to dive into a bit of other stuff at some stage, but somehow it's been about that. Um, and at the same time, there's Johnny Depp Amber Heard things going on, and I'm just down the rabbit hole with that as well. I'm not trying to associate this with that or anything like that, but like it is. I can see so many correlations. It's not funny. Um, so there was one behaviouralist fella talking about some stuff there, and it was saying how when someone's hurt, there's some pyramid of first thing you do, you look after your safety first. That's why people cover up in the old fetal position and stuff like that. They look after their physical safety first and all that sort of stuff, and and there's a set sort of procedures and stuff like that. And one of the last ones was, what will people think of you? Your reputation and stuff like that. Whereas straight away when I was watching that, actually I was in the kitchen when I was listening to it last night, and I was going, nah, yeah, but narcissists have got that all round the wrong way, and the missus was telling me, oh, there's a little disclaimer on the bottom of the screen where it said, yeah, but narcissists quite often will have their reputation thing a lot earlier on in the level of importance. So it's like, yeah, I know that one because that's what my mother did that time when she set the old stepfather on to me to beat me up, and it didn't work out that way, and all she was yelling out was, what will the neighbours think, at the top of her voice in front of the neighbours. Yeah, it's sort of dumb narcissist really, but didn't care about anyone else's feelings, but just what will the neighbours think. So it all comes down to all that sort of stuff. So the thing that I wanted to sort of bring up somehow into this it's just a memory, and it's quite recent. It's a few years ago that she had a heart attack, and I hadn't been talking to her for years. Done the odd door slam on her to protect myself and everyone that that has anything to do with me from her. And so it it I think I sent a text message because there was some pressure from one or two of my brothers or something like that. Maybe one of my brothers to oh, she's had a heart attack. So I sent some smart ass sort of thing. I can be quite funny with some of that sort of stuff, but still saying, reading between the lines, I could actually say mean things to people and have them smile and laugh at the same time, and then get the message. I think that's comedy. I'm not saying I'm a comedian, but I think that's a skill to be able to, the old court jesters and that used to be able to, I think there was the importance of being able to say the truth and let it get through because it's been delivered with a smile on your face. So there was a few things that I sort of said to her there, and in a smart ass way, I was sort of saying, oh yeah, this is a pretty interesting way to get some attention, isn't it? Faking a heart attack. And anyway, the first bit was nice, and then she started in on some big long poor pity for me sort of stuff, and the funny thing, and she was sort of like, it was like, oh, this old chestnut, right? This old chestnut. Oh, you wouldn't have kids, so you don't understand. It's like, yeah, no, I didn't want to bring a whole lot of my mistakes into the world for the sake of it. For my, like, that's not what you do that stuff for. And that one annoys me. I'll leave that right now. But the one bit that was in the text message, and I've saved that text message, was like, I didn't have to keep you. You tell that to you. Tell that to you. I wasn't her first kid, but I didn't have to keep you. But I did, and expecting to feel some guilt. Well, fuck you, mother. I know you. You're all about yourself. Yeah. You kept me for yourself, for your own reasons. In fact, I think you got pregnant. If I wasn't a mistake, it was like, oh, good, I'll trap this man. He's from a good family. And anyway, that's where I'm from. All right. I'll come back to you with another one tomorrow, and I just don't know. I was thinking of making the next one sort of saying, hey, I just don't know. I mean, I don't really go and promote these things. I make a couple of comments on a couple of the pages that are relevant to this sort of subject. And at least one person watches it. But not all of them. So, okay, that's fine. If no one's watching at all, then I might still make them, but I might not make them public or something. I don't know what sort of, because YouTube's not going to put it out there and stuff like that. I don't know why would I, as an INFJ, want for this to be out there. I'm sort of not uncomfortable. Apprehensive is probably a word. It's probably the same thing. But I'll see. I think I'll leave the stuff that's there now, and I'll maybe put one more tomorrow if I am going to sort of say goodbye for a little bit. I'll have some reasons for it, but I'll leave it sort of open enough that if someone did find it and then they I'd like to say I don't care about subscribers and stuff like that, but if I'm not, if no one's watching it, If it's not interesting enough to watch, that's fine. I don't mind if you say. But if no one's watching it, no one's subscribing, YouTube's not going to show it to anyone. So it's almost no point in you putting it on YouTube. Might as well just make videos and sort of. But I was figuring that it might be able to be a discussion point for as a insight into an INFJ that's had a few dramas, and probably I would say at a young age I overcome a lot of the things. It might have taken a 10-year period, and life has thrown a lot of curveballs all along the way. And the whole thing for me is just stay on the horse. I don't think that I could ever say I would suffered from depression or anything like that. It might look like it at times when I go quiet and sort of reflect on things, and it might take 6 months to work something out. I don't think that's, because I process through, I think through all these things. I don't, I work it out. I don't give up. So I don't think I have ever been unlucky enough to be lashed with depression or something like that. I can get overwhelmed and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, there might be, but I don't like labels as well. Almost, in a way, I almost don't like the INFJ thing, except for it's cool because there's not many. I don't know. There might be more people lining up to get it now that it's cool because it's rare. I don't know. Anyway, put a comment, subscribe, tell your mates, as long as they're INFJs. I don't really want anyone else looking for it. Yeah. All right, I'm out. I'm out for now.